Check, check. Wait for the green lights on the camera.
Waiting for Facebook.
Hey, Tara, can you grab us some shot glasses?
Oh, we're good to go.
Roger? All right.
Hurry up.
Actually, stop it. Hit zero, return.
Shit. I'm telling you, man, this has not been an easy walk. The first time I think I actually missed this Chief. That's his job. He should be doing all this shit. Anyway. Is that loud? Is that loud? Look, it's like you next door, like, you guys have a party? Sunday. Is that good? Yeah, yeah. Alright. I don't know. I think Vince is probably watching this and he's like, fucking whatever. Fuck him. Just kidding. Hope you get better, brother. Nurse that anxiety hangover. Anyway, what's up, everybody? We're back at the ParBar, and it's Sunday. Sunday.
Day fun day.
And we got, are you on the mic? Let me hear that.
It's down. It needs to come up.
Oh, my God. All right.
Shit.
Check.
Cash. I need one.
Yeah.
Still fucking up.
We don't have enough.
Check it, check.
Two. That's good.
1, 2.
Right there?
Yeah, that's good.
All right, we out there? Oh,
think
man.
so.
See, now
Sounds
I'm
good.
really hot.
Sounds good.
All right, I'm just going to stand
Giant
back a little bit.
mosquitoes.
I don't know. All right, anyway, we're back here. Did you really?
Caught that motherfucker. That's a
God
fucking
damn.
bit me.
What in the ninja?
Should I get rid of him?
The fruit fly or is that West Now?
Put him in a Jameson for later.
Go over there.
And we back at the ParBar. And as always, my name is Rich D. And joining me at the ParBar today, we're missing Vince T. He is MIA. He's sick. He's taking care of himself, and we told him not to come. But we got Uncle Nono in the house.
What's up? Half a day.
And if you haven't heard the new news, we got Margaret Fuentes up in this bitch.
Margaret.
Yeah. That's one of our new hosts, Mr. Mark Fuentes, actually. But
What's up,
if you want to call him Margaret, it's fine. Anyway, joining us at the ParBar, we got the San Diego-based local band, The Project, son, with my boy Koa. He's a big fan of mine, always has been, and I love him too.
You're his man crush.
Yeah, I'm his man crush. So, but what's up, Koa?
Aloha.
Also from City Side as well. And then we got Kiki. Curiel. That's that right?
Yep, got it.
Yeah. One of the long time trucking musicians here in San Diego. And man, I'm actually really excited to have one of my favorite I'm a big fan of Mr. Tim Pacheco. Pacheco.
It's cool. We talked about this.
Yeah.
Like
But
that.
Tim is Tim definitely one of those musicians that's been around, and he comes and he
That just means I'm old.
no, he brings some heat to the
Thank you.
the music scene. Anyway, thanks guys for the project. Appreciate you guys coming on. You guys came out with a new song recently.
Yeah,
called
we're
called
doing
The
some
Sweetest?
things. We're doing something. The
Yeah.
sweetest.
The Sweetest, which is it's a good song. I mean, like it's weird to see, at least for me, it's different to see you three working together. Not so much
why,
Kiki.
Why though? Why though?
Not so much you and Kiki.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is
you would say
interesting. Why?
Why would that surprise you?
I think for me,
Be
it
honest
was
now, be honest.
yeah, I am. Oh,
Is it,
definitely.
is it because you think I'm hard to work with?
No,
Okay,
not at
go
all.
on. Okay, go on. Then.
Yeah.
Go on.
You think I'm
I've
hard
seen
to
you and
work
Kiki.
with?
I think I've seen you and Kiki work together
Yeah.
before, and you guys worked on multiple projects, and he stepped in for like some music band shows you guys had. But for Koa, I think for Koa at least, like Koa's, I mean, he has a different vibe to him,
He's
right?
a lone wolf.
Yeah, you know
He's
what I
a
mean? Like
lone wolf.
he got out there and he's a little bit R&B ish.
Mm-hmm.
Should I say R&B ish?
He's cool.
You can say that.
Yeah,
He's cool.
yeah. And so
He has his own little vibe that he does, and it's really nice. That's how we kind of got together. Is that when I seen him come to San Diego, I'm aware of who's coming.
right.
Into the scene because it's a small scene.
Yeah,
It's very small. Only so many people are doing it because there's only so many people doing it.
yeah.
It's
Only
easy to start a
Doing
band.
it right.
Even if you're doing it bad, you just to keep it together. It's
Doing it
not
right.
easy.
Yeah,
It's the ultimate. I don't have any experience in the business world or in corporate world or anything. But when you do a band, you have to manage people, and it's tough.
yeah.
I
People have-
heard of Koa as AOK and Cityside before I met him.
Everybody
Yeah.
knew when he came to town because
Yeah.
he got a good voice.
Yeah,
He does.
he definitely
Thank you.
he definitely put a foot down. But what I was saying is like you guys, at least I mean I've seen you do rock, a little bit of rock and reggae.
I could do that.
Yeah, and now I've seen you do reggae,
I could do some reggae.
but I've never seen you do like R&B, which is kind of like Koa's.
Which is
stepping
kind of
ground.
really why I wanted to start recording and doing music with Koa was because there's Jameson on the table. Anyway, because of the way he approaches music. In San Diego you got this. It's really stale as far as I said it stale as far as artists that are coming out not doing anything new.
Right,
They're just trying to. I guess no, they're not trying. They're doing it. They're just sounding like everybody else.
right.
And then when I heard Koa sing, he's actually got chops.
Yeah,
A lot of cats don't have chops. So right away I was interested in somebody who was actually a singer. And I was like, "Ooh, I wonder if this cat would want to hang out."
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. No, I get it.
And
So-
I just knew that. Plus, he's from Hawaii, and we also have, I was with Natty Vibes for about a year and a half.
Yes,
I toured with
remember
them
that.
when they came to the States. I toured with them all across the United States right after my surgeries. That was like my way back into the life. Was with Natty Vibes. Well, towards the end, I always get fired from bands. It's crazy. Every band I've been in, I've been fired from.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really?
everyone.
I mean, well, that's
It's too
that-
many chiefs. Too many chiefs.
Right, right.
Yeah, I just wanted to be an Indian too. It was crazy. Anyway, when they fired my ass, they hired Koa because he's a great singer and they needed someone to front the band. But
So Cole, were you the one that approached Tim, or Tim approached you, or how'd that all work out?
No, Tim was
I stalked him.
he been calling me, texting me.
I stalked him for like about 2 or
Really?
3 months. I did. I stalked his ass.
That's tight.
Because he was, I don't know, because, he was working with a similar person that I used to work with at the time, and he was representing him. Notice how I'm not saying any names.
Yeah, don't say the name.
Hell
I mean,
no.
you can if you want to, but that's all good.
No, it's not, though.
Yeah,
So, anyway.
you don't give a.
I got
shout-outs
truth
to-
serum, too, so the more I drink, the more it might come out.
So
No, but, I wanted to meet the guy, but it was really hard to get a hold of him, and I don't know what was said about me, because everybody has, I'm sure
different
people-
attitudes about.
I'm sure people say plenty of shit about me.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I don't. I
as
really
you
don't.
shouldn't.
Why should you?
I
Yeah,
don't.
exactly.
I don't to a fault. Like I don't really give a shit. I really don't. Like I sleep great at night.
So how cool? Like when so as that those text messages coming through, you start moving. You're like, you know what? Fuck it, let's just do it.
Nah, man, it was a trip. I kept bugging him. I just kept bugging him. Hey, what's up? Come by the pad. Hey, you know what? We should get together. We should. He was like, yo, you okay? Cold. Just cold as steel. And I was like, well, maybe this dude just doesn't like me. And then finally, like he warmed up, and then he came over one day, and me and Kiki, when he lived a lot closer before he moved out of my life,
Yeah.
he would always come over and we'd do high fives and stuff. We'd do smoke a little joint, in the middle of the night, right before bed, whatever. And,
Right.
and we would cruise over, and we were doing a lot of recording. I just got my laptop, and before that, we were doing it on a little crappy digital recorder. We were all excited in my garage, trying to get some songs recorded. Finally got some income tax money and bought a laptop and a Scarlett converter, whatever interface. And first thing we did, we started just dumping all the songs that Kiki had in his keyboard, because he had a whole shit ton of songs just sitting in his keyboard, all
Right.
programmed out. I was like, let's listen to them, and they were all good, every single one of them. And The Sweetest was one of those songs that was on there, and put real drums on there, real bass and guitar, and And then when Cole came over, it was like, hey, check this out. You know, it was kind of island vibey. You know,
Right.
And he was like, he started singing the sweetest. It was a trip, and we recorded it. And that's pretty much how it went. We didn't really think about it. I wrote a verse in like 5 minutes, and he was like, oh shit, I gotta write a verse. He wrote a verse, and then Kiki came over, and Kiki did his verse.
So
And
when
it was
you
quick, bro, it was a trip.
when you stepped in there, when you're working now with Tim, and you know you gotta like you step into the new area, and it's you know, like you're working with one of the better musicians in San Diego, one of the best musicians, I would say. Tim, Kiki, obviously, you know what I mean. Like Kiki's, I'm gonna get to that soon. But how does that all work out? Like, is it for you? Was it like, man, this is where I want to be right now, or this is new? This is something I want to jump into? Because you've been working in LA too.
Yeah. I've been trying to work where I can, so I never really know where I want to be. But now I know, yeah, this is definitely where I want to be. This guy's an animal, man. Just creating music, both of these guys, and like you said, it's a new era. Like it's like I get to play with these top level musicians now, like these guys.
Yeah.
And it was easy. Maybe it wasn't. Yeah, I didn't go over.
Maybe not easy,
right
but
away,
it felt,
you know. But
it
as soon
felt
as
right.
we got in going, like you said, the music just came on.
Yeah.
It happened fast.
Even the other songs we got a lot of music we're working on.
Because
It's
when
just
you
coming.
came out, you were, I think you were like, you're like, you know, I want to change something up. For me personally, it was because you wanted not necessarily to always be the front man, always pushing it for you yourself. You're like, man, I want people to work as hard as I'm working. I just don't get it, right? Like, and eventually, like, I mean, what I do know of Tim is that any project he works on, he works hard, right? So
I'm addicted to it.
the
It's
music,
like it's just the process.
the process of
The
creating.
process of each song. It's like, okay, I got less than 4 minutes
You got 3 minutes and 30 seconds to make
exactly
it.
to
Yeah.
get an idea across, and it's a puzzle. There's certain formulas, there are. I know exactly how many measures I'm going to need
Mhm.
to make the minutes. So now, you know, flip the formula, get with different cats. Like Kiki thinks of music differently than I do.
Really.
Definitely. Whenever we get together and we start doing stuff, if you know, he's Keeks. He's you know, he's got his own.
What about
experience.
you? Do you think of music differently from all these guys or these two?
I
Definitely.
think we all have our own
Definitely.
mind when it comes to creating
Yeah,
it.
Tim he actually makes me think outside of the box. Like I'll do like the more traditional like structured stuff, and
Yeah.
Tim will be like, "Do it this way. Try this."
Let's
and
break it up a little
he'd
bit.
Take me out of the box, and I'll be like, I'll
He's
resist,
good though. He gets
I'll
it.
resist it, but then I'll do it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Out of your
then
comfort
pretend
zone.
Like,
Hey,
pretend like
You were
I'm
like, yeah.
Aren't you
that's-
glad I did that?
And what about you, Cole? You feel kind of that same way? Where things kind of you're uncomfortable. You're like, but let's try it. I'm down.
There was a little bit, not too much, but yeah, I'm down. You know, it's raw. I'm gonna say our recordings are raw. There's no, Tim can tell you there's no effects. He's
No,
doing he's mixing it
everything's-
down himself. There's no auto tune.
No,
We're singing. We're singing.
I don't use any
You know?
effects when
There's nothing
when I
on the
record.
vocals.
I don't use too much compression.
Right.
I just EQ things, and if you don't, it's all on how you record it. If you get a good take, you don't have to EQ it as much. You know, if you get a good take, you don't got to do nothing to it.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
you can put a bunch of stuff on it, but every time you put a process on
A
it,
layer over
you're
it,
taking away from it.
like
you
a
know?
layer on top of it.
And yeah, and at the end of the day, what you're trying to do is make it louder, but you don't need a bunch of loud things. So I'm learning about mixing right now. I'm learning how to mix so you hear everything in concert with each other without nothing taking over, not being like too much for the ear. You know,
Right,
too much.
right.
Sometimes it could just be too much,
Right.
And you lose. I want the vocals.
So let me ask
and
you
the
this.
words to be the center.
Let me ask you this, because I mean, I've heard some like great producers, I guess recently or throughout the years, where they add. I mean, like they fill every spot,
Yeah, you can.
every
can.
second spot,
You can.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Overproduced.
there, it's like damn man, like there's nothing.
No
Like,
breathing.
how the hell would you play that live?
Nothing missing.
Cannot.
How would you play that live?
That's overproduced.
Right, so you track it, and then it kind of takes away from the show. Does that take away? At least for you guys, would it take away from you guys
Well,
watching that live?
Oh, if I see tracks, I just turn it off immediately. Turn it off. You can feel it in a show where there's guys playing to a click track because there's no push and pull. There's no energy. There's no trade of energy from the band members. They're all worried about being on time.
Yeah, that timing, right?
So yeah, like we're a band. It's like we're a band. There's a drummer has to play with the bass player. The bass player has to play with the drummer.
Right.
First of all, if that ain't happening, your band sucks.
Yeah.
No matter how good your guitar player is, no matter how great your words are, if your drums and bass aren't together, your band sucks. And it's just how it goes.
Have you ever played with tracks?
No.
No.
Never.
Cool.
No, I wouldn't. Because like in my show, when I get to play music, it's like I'm absolutely completely free. So being the drummer and the singer, it's kind of I can actually arrange the songs in real time. You know, it's called drums and bass, and then they stop. Kiki takes over. The whole new dynamic happens. Everything changes, and then I just ad lib or Koa. Now working with Koa, it's like I know how to work as a side person. I've been a backup guy for Wise Monkey. I played congas and was a backup singer for 5 years in that band. I was a backup singer on POD for 2 years. Right. I know how to be a backup guy. I was in Big Mountain for 3 years. I know how to back up somebody and not overpower the lead vocal or try to be the star. You know what I'm saying? I'm an accompaniment kind of, that's the job. I look at each song as it's each little thing. You know, you can't do the same shit on every song.
Yeah.
You can't rip on every song. It would suck.
So Kiki, what about now? Like now that you guys you three are working, are you guys three frontmen? Are you guys switching in and out?
I think it's just a show, huh?
Yeah, I mean we all give ourselves space to shine. You know what I mean? So like, and I've done the same thing he did. Like I've been the backup guy because I'm a keyboard player, so I'm used to being the
right.
Dude. But in this project, it's like we all like we do verses, so it's like, you know, Tim's part, I know where to lay off and just back up Tim, and then when my part comes, it's like.
Is also like vocal? Is that vocally too? Like you guys are just kind of like complimenting each other throughout the three frontmen, basically.
I don't look at it like a front man. The whole band's a front man. The whole band is the show. You know what I'm saying? Like when Koa is singing, he's gonna attract the attention because he's the one singing. But at the same time, you know, I look at it. We're all front man, even the bass player, even the guitar player.
Is that also within? What about like? Let me ask this, and this is each individual guys. Like Kiki, have you ever felt like, well, this is my time to shine. Let me step in the front, or it has always been like the band is the front band, like that. We're the front men.
I would say like only during my spot, like that's my spot. That's what was written out and arranged, and like that's my turn. It'd be like weird if one of them started singing on my part. Like, dude, what's up? That's my spot, man.
Yeah. Like whoa.
But we don't do that to each other. You know what I mean?
Well, Koa, because Koa, you're the front man for City Side, and is it different for you now that like you're playing with just you three, right? I mean, that's just you three for the most part.
It's fun. It's great to have other singers, and like you said, we all get our time, and we're just having fun on stage. That's the main thing. Trying to put on a show, and I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun. That's what I'm getting.
Really?
On
just
stage,
like overall, it's just.
If I'm thinking about the stage, I'm thinking, man, it's not about me. I'm trying to have fun and make sure everybody else has fun too.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we've been.
Roger.
That's the trip too. Is that we're all musicians, so like we're all playing and singing.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like.
Yeah, no one's like sitting there with the mic and just like.
Yeah, we're all double duty.
None of that. Nobody's doing that.
But and Tim, you also play with what was the band Sidecar?
Yeah, that's my baby.
Yeah, and that's one of my favorite bands actually here in San Diego.
That's my baby.
Yeah.
I've been playing with Sidecar for like 7 years, man, since I was 22.
Really?
Wait, let me add. Tim is Sidecar.
Yeah, I've been through so many people, man. Not that I've been through them or I go through people, but man,
but you also had a Southeast San Diego band. I forgot what the name of it.
Kings Highway.
STG.
Oh, Southtown Generals.
Yes, Southtown Generals.
See, that came out of my touring with my cousins with POD. Me and Wovey and ODZ, we were on tour with them at the time. It was a fall brawl thing. We went out with Stained for like few months, and what we would do, we only played 30 minutes at a time. You know, for
Right.
POD, you go out play 30 minutes, the show's over, and we go off, and no matter where we went in that tour, me and Wovey and Odds would go to bars and take over their instruments. and we would play reggae and shit on their instruments for, you know, and then get all fucked up and leave. And that's what we would do all over the country. And so we're like, yeah, man, we should put a reggae band together. Yeah. Wovey's like, yeah, man, called Southtown Generals, man. We're generals. And it got to the point where, like, you know, we got back to town and the band's life kind of got going, and we kind of, you know, Wov was in a little down spot, and I was on dialysis.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was sick, and nobody was playing, and I was hanging out at the Tribal Warehouse a lot because Wovey had a studio there. And he was like, cuz, here's the key whenever you want to come and, you know, use my studio. That's how I learned how to do Pro Tools on my cousin's shit.
Got you.
So I was over there all the time just messing with it, working out how to, you know, pull up sessions and just work it. And then the owner of Tribal was like, hey, Tim, you should talk to Wovey. He's not doing nothing. You guys are just doing nothing. Let's do something. So I was like, Wovey, let's put the band together, you know, and ended up getting the Southtown Generals. I got some of the guys from Sidecar to come and play. And
that was nuts because I remember you guys came in. I think we played a show, Tribal Theory. I think we were right after you guys. And I was like, who the fuck is Southtown Generals? And then I saw you walk up, and I was like, motherfucker, it's fucking Tim's band. You know what I mean? Like, it was over Winston's. You know, and they come out, and you guys fucking, it was boom, 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 psh, boom, 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 boom. And it was like, you know, you were hitting that hard. I was like, oh, God damn it. And I was like, I got to get drunk.
oh,
So I started, like, I grabbed my
man.
picture. And I actually think that's the first show I actually brought a picture of beer.
That's some
on
honesty
stage.
right there.
Yeah,
Some
'cause
honesty right there.
Yeah.
As an artist.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to bring the picture of beer on stage because this is how I'm going to win. I'm going to show I could drink more than these motherfuckers. Because we ain't playing better than them.
You gotta win something.
Yeah, but we're going to drink better than them. And I think that's when I was holding the picture of beer up there and I was like drinking and people were like, yeah.
Yeah, those are the good
I
old
don't know
days.
if you
man.
could win that battle either.
Those are the
Because
good
you're
old
gonna
days.
come in, dun-dun-dun,
Yeah.
dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, because he had this
You
like
gotta
this
walk up
Green
there
Day
with
like Metallica like sound. I was like,
It's heavy, yeah.
are you serious right now?
And then drop a reggae track.
Nobody was doing nothing like
Well,
that.
then he was singing, and he was he. I think you were. I don't know if you were playing drums or it was your
My
cousin.
cousin Wovey's playing. I was playing
Yeah.
trumpet and singing.
But you were singing, and I was like, man, oh my god, because your voice is very distinct, very distinct in the scene. Yeah,
Voice.
no. If anybody got a girl voices here, it's gonna be Koa.
Koa does have a beautiful,
He
beautiful
does. He does.
voice.
He does.
I wouldn't say girl.
Ah, come on.
Take it easy.
No, he just takes all the girls.
It's pretty. It's pretty. Let's just say it's
I
pretty.
could take it there if
Angelic.
I want. I could
Take
take
it
it
to
there.
your girl.
But
It's
Koa
keep-
still your
keep
girl?
Nasty.
Still your girl good?
no, but
No
Koa,
way,
so
no way.
Koa, let me ask you this: so you're still doing City Side,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Heck yeah.
and then you're still doing the project,
Yes.
Yes.
and then are you still working with the people in Long Beach or LA?
No, that's not. That was just a few singles. That wasn't an ongoing
I stole them.
No.
thing. Yeah.
Fucking
Well,
stole
I mean,
his ass.
if you send them like 80 text messages or something, you're gonna get a response. And so how's that balancing both? Is it working out well because there's no give or take? You know what I mean? Like you're not taking away from City Side, you're not taking away from, but you're not taking away from.
No, I'm not taking away from either side. Actually, giving more towards both sides. Like that's the thing about these guys. I've been getting in more of a rhythm of just
more input.
putting stuff out.
Yeah. Are you now cross checking? Like you like when you come up with a song for City Side, like, hey guys, can I ask you guys this? Like, what do you guys think of this personally? And can I use this over? No, I don't want to use it with the project. I want to use it over in City Side though.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, how do you feel about that? I want to know.
Yeah.
You know what?
What?
These two guys have a lot to do with that sound. Like in the Sweetest. Matter of fact, if you guys haven't heard it, go check it out. The Sweetest on
Yeah.
iTunes, the project.
Here's the product placement.
Yeah.
right here.
There you go. But there's definitely a sound that these two had come up with that I don't necessarily want to, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And when I hear the music that these guys come out with it, I'm more than happy to try and write to it. And so far, so good. We work well together. It's been flowing.
That's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
It's true.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do for me sometimes.
Yeah.
But no, maybe not so
You
hard.
don't
But
say. No.
it just hasn't happened yet, and now it's happening. And it's a beautiful thing.
Good, man.
Having a creative space where we can trust each other, you trust, like you're not gonna be all embarrassed and shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we have at my house. That's pretty much what it is. Like
The honesty.
just
Okay.
the ambiance of when we
Yeah.
get together. When I was growing up, I grew up in the church. I did a lot. I was really religious growing up. And then one of the things they used to tell me since I was little is, 2 or more gather in the name of the Lord, the Spirit will come. Same thing with music. If you're all there putting all your energy into, and everybody's vibrating at the same frequency, boom, song's done. If one person's not in sync, it can't come. And that's real shit, because we've done the sweetest we written 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, and then we got songs we haven't finished yet. And it's
Damn.
been months.
That's dope.
But the sweetest took
It's
10
doing
minutes
good.
to write.
It's doing well.
And it's doing well. It's crazy. It's our first crack at the ball, and we're getting radio play.
Yeah, we got the number 3, I think, on the KCCN
It's crazy.
FM 100 in Oahu.
I just
Really?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
thank you.
Top 5 FM.
Damn.
I think it's our energy. I think it's our collective energy that when we got together at the time that we did, we were all looking for something, and that happened in the music.
Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
it's
good to
like-
hear. And Keek, so Keek, you've been around. I mean, I remember watching you at Yokozuna's, bro.
Yeah. Okay, so you asked
With
me
Uncle.
about, do I ever play with tracks?
Yeah.
I played to my own tracks. On my keyboards, but it was like the one-man show. with
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I remember seeing you at Yokozuna's. You had
Yeah,
long hair at
mariachi.
the time. You had
Yeah.
long hair, and you were jamming. Because if Kenny wasn't there, it was you,
Yeah.
right?
Me and Jerome.
Yeah.
The 2-man show.
So, I mean, you've been around the scene for a long time, and you played with a couple bands here and there,
Yeah.
and then, but now like it feels like this is a project that you're in. You aren't coming in secondary. You're coming right in the front,
Yeah.
right in the forefront. You're not like because sometimes you come in like second. Okay, well then Kiki's gonna play with us, and Kiki, you come in and you're solid.
Yeah, I did a lot like the same thing. I was Tribal Theory.
Yeah.
I was Family, and I was the keyboard player. So I wasn't always trying to be the front guy there and stuff like that. But like I feel you. And this kind of just happened, because I do the ragamuffin thing,
Yeah,
and it's like, all right.
yeah. And how's that feel like now that you're motherfuckers?
My road dog.
How does it feel now?
I
Like
had
you're like
chili,
now you're
excuse me.
because you're not like stepping in the background, or you're coming right here. This is our you're walking together. You three are walking together, right? Like it's
No, Kiki's on thin ice, really.
all right. Well,
And
that's the ParBar tonight, guys. But how's that? I mean, because this is. You're creating it from the beginning.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
It's just a blessing to be a part of it. It didn't happen. It just happened. It's one of those things. It
really did just happen.
just happened.
Yeah.
It did.
Cool. I mean, but you guys.
Even the name, Koa's like.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, how did you guys come up with the project?
Koa.
Because it was just a
like
project.
the project. I mean, it was honestly what
And
it
it was
was.
the 3 of us.
You say it just happened, when we put it out.
We didn't think about shit. We took a half-ass picture and everything, and we didn't really. Seriously, we didn't like go and spend outfits and get a photographer. We didn't do any of that shit.
The video.
It's with my iPhone. We took it. I was wearing my shirt from fucking Ross.
I got money to get close.
Yeah. I got my Jory on.
Straight out.
Yeah.
No, it was just
Why,
real
we getting all
honest.
dressed up
It was an honest tune.
Yeah. No, you guys right now talking to you guys feel like an honest a collection of 3 guys just trying to make some music. That's what it feels like.
We're making some good stuff. Wait till you hear the next couple
Yeah.
singles. You guys got shit.
So now tell me a little bit, Cole. Tell me a little bit about the genre. Is there a genre?
No.
No,
It
doesn't sound like
Oh.
nothing.
if I'm
yeah.
involved, it's going to be hard to lock down a genre
Right.
because it's all over. It'll be all over.
Yeah.
We're very
So
schizophrenic.
what if the time comes where Tim's like, I want to do some goddamn rock.
We'll do it.
And
We got a
Cole,
guitar
Cole,
player now.
Yeah,
that
I
we're
want
playing
you to
with
I want you to sing
that we
rock.
could
Hey.
do that. All day.
Here we go.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Yeah, there's a need for that too. You know, I learned that one.
Oh yeah.
Nothing
I
against
was
rock.
surprised on the new track that it's kind of got the Latin vibe.
Oh, Dreamlike State.
Dreamlike State.
Maybe we'll play
So
it
if I
for
give you guys a subject, you guys you could write a song to it.
definitely,
Maybe not if
That's
you
pretty much
asked,
how we
but
do it.
we would charge you, of course, but we could definitely.
Right in the song.
Sounds good to me.
No, bro. You know what? It's like this. It's like like I said, it's a puzzle. It's just putting a puzzle together. You pick a key. It could be any freaking key. What kind of key you want doesn't matter. Just make it relative to the key and your chords you're doing. And then have a change.
But do you guys like, okay, let's say you're doing the first album, right? Do you guys have like, you know how people do like it within themes?
Concept records?
Yeah. Are you guys
Nah,
doing
we're
a
too
concept record?
schizophrenic. We're
Or
too
are you just like,
schizophrenic.
nah, we just gonna do like a bunch of shit?
Well, see, I want to write, like, not that I want to, but I know it's dangerous to write political or religious or anything like that. But so I like put my ideas nonchalantly in the lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Koa likes to write love songs kind of stuff. Kiki likes to write happy songs too. So it's like, it's going to be it's good for me to work with these other ideas and other songs. Like the sweetest, like I would have never wrote a song like that.
And that's the weird thing, as I never would have pictured you writing a
Me
song like
neither.
that.
Right? And
Yeah.
he wouldn't either. But
I wouldn't either.
the vibes were like we were smoking gang weed in my house. and Cole was like,
I'm
he had
fucking high.
3 bags of different good weed, and he was like, and he was singing it. Who's got the sweetest? And I swear that's how it went down. I was
No,
like,
but
and
For
then
real?
me, I'm like, oh, get in the booth. Recorded it, and then while he was, then we had the hook, right? And so I sang some harmonies. We had the hook, and then boom, I wrote a
Kiki's
verse.
over there eating fucking spam musubi and shit.
Definitely
It's
eating, yeah.
sounds
That's
good.
Exactly. It's cliche, but it's exactly how it went down. We had a tune that night. And
Tell
I
me,
was
Cole, you're
mixing
about to
it
say
for the next
something. I want to
month.
hear it.
no, he kind of sparked me up with the idea. It was like, what did you tell me? You said something like the girl is mine or some song, like some kind of subject, and I was like, no, we're not gonna be fighting over no female.
Yeah,
Like, we're gonna be
exactly.
looking for
No.
something else.
Yeah.
We're looking for something else, and it sparked like, man, let's just do it, But yeah, that I don't even know where it came from. It was literally like you said, just that fast.
Damn, man, 10 minutes.
Literally, because I wrote my verse.
It's
I don't,
crazy.
once I get going, it just flows.
It's
Yeah.
crazy that topic is like it's a pop Cololo song and it's getting radio play.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the time.
But if you listen to the
changes.
lyrics, like it's not per se the weed. It's
It can
you know, it's
like,
it's
go to like
it's
can
not about
translate.
getting high. Is what I'm saying in the song.
Yeah.
It's not about getting high. It's the ritual of just being with your brethren and you know and vibing.
Could
That's
be the
what it
sweetest
is.
anything.
Yeah.
You know, it's not about getting blown or anything like
Yeah.
that. You know?
Right, right.
So
Yeah.
it's conscious in the same way. It's playful.
And
Yeah,
so,
it can be like who got the sweetest chocolate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool.
Who got the sweetest
It's
chick?
kind of representative of how the song came together too, right?
Definitely.
That's
Yeah.
cool. That is really
Especially a fellowship.
Who got the sweetest vibes?
Exactly.
Like I said,
That's what it
anything.
is.
Yeah. Who got the sweetest?
yeah.
It could be anything. It's true.
Yeah, when you guys came out, and it was weird because when you guys came out with it, it kind of hit me from like left field. I was like, how the fuck did these three get together? Well, I know how Tim and Kiki got there. I was like, what the fuck is Koa doing over there?
It was
But
Alyssa,
why?
it was Alyssa's graduation.
It's
party.
Yeah, why?
natty
It was,
vibes.
no, it was like it was,
natty vibes.
Why
had a
can't
lot
I
to do
be
with
there?
it.
it was weird. It was
Why?
like all of a sudden you just posted the thing, and I was like, what in the world just
Well, we
happened?
have that in common. I wouldn't give that so much credit. I mean, we
Who?
we be running into each other
Not even.
once in a while.
And then I would be like, "What's up? Let's get together." And I felt like, man, this guy thinks I'm gay or something. 'Cause he's like, I keep trying to get
Maybe a
together.
little
And he's
bit.
like running, and I
A
felt
little
like
bit.
he's rejecting me. I was like,
So I have like
Do
a
I
No, but
stay-
reaction.
what I mean is there wasn't no like preamp to it. You know what I mean? Like there was no preamp. You know what I mean? Like you didn't see like a picture of Cole with Kiki and Tim. You just,
Actually-
all of a sudden you saw a big ass
actually, Keeks had
poster
played with me a
and
few
then like a
times.
video coming soon. I was like, when did y'all meet?
"Yeah,
You
right."
know, it was like kind
Yeah.
of a forced gig. It was like there was a wedding or something, and somebody was.
Oh,
we need like an island.
it was
vibe
Bully,
band.
Uncle
Yeah,
Bully.
Uncle Bully.
He said we need a singer, and I was like,
An
and then
island vibe
he's like,
thing.
"Call
I was
Koa."
like-
Who
I
was
like,
who
I
was
just
based
met a
on that?
sing- I was
Who's
like, I just
Koa?
met
He's
a
that guy
singer.
I've been stalking for the last.
Exactly. I know Hawaiian.
This guy. Show him a picture.
I know Hawaiian. Koa.
He works at
And we did-
Ramana.
We did the gig and it was easy, bro.
Yeah,
we did the
we
gig
did it.
and it was easy.
No practice. Just
No
showed
practice,
Up.
showed
Oh,
up,
yeah.
killed it. And I was like, oh, this guy's good. Because you never know. Sometimes
Give me a trainer.
they could just suck.
You're like, you're not my Instagram hero anymore.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Shattered the image I had of you. No, but guy, he fucking came through.
Yeah,
And
he shattered
we
the
killed
image.
it. It was easy. And you know what? Music should be easy. You know, like if you play basketball, you know, it shouldn't be hard to dribble. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't
Yeah.
be hard to, you know, lace up your shoes. And that's what it is for us. Like we play music and to be able
I can
to
only
get
imagine
together-
like Kiki like in the key of A,
Yeah.
and then Cole's over there like, got it. You know what I mean? Like that's it. It's in the key of A.
That's what we did last night.
I can only imagine like
What are we playing?
I can only imagine like Cole's like, I can't sing in A. I sing in C, you son of a bitch.
That would never come out of my mouth. That would never come out of my mouth.
He says it with his eyes.
So the new album, you guys are working on an album? Is this
Yeah, we have 6 songs already finished.
okay?
And we have a couple more in the can that we're kicking around. And I want to do a version of a popular 90s tune.
Okay.
A little Gloria Estefan tune. I want to
Oh, nice.
I want to do. And just some cool remixes of some cool covers. I want to do just because like we can, and I think we can do them justice.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I
And
wouldn't
by
touch
the
them.
way, rest in peace to Aretha Franklin. You know, this week, yeah. Big shout out to her.
yes, PCT.
Yeah. But that's awesome. Yeah, and the thing is, with Cole, he likes to do those. 90s R&B, and I feel like that. What's the best era of R&B? Give me your personal feeling. I'm gonna go round table this, and I'm gonna give it all the way from starting with Kiki. R&B, or let's do music in general. What do you feel like the best era of music?
Damn, I'm biased.
Yeah.
I grew up in the 90s. I grew up in the 90s, so I like that when I was collecting singles and everything, it was like some like Ralph Tresvant and all those guys, Boys to Men.
Oh yeah, so like what, mid 90s,
Yeah,
early 90s.
Yeah, midnight 94, 93.
Yeah.
94. That was me.
The first Boyz II Men album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mark
Me
or
personally,
Megan.
I like Motown now.
Motown.
Yeah. I
Like
Motown.
old school Motown.
Yeah, you know I like artists like Otis Redding, Sam Cooke,
Oh, yeah.
those guys like that. I love that.
I love Otis Redding.
Yeah, and I think to me that was when music was probably one of its purest states. You know, 'cause
Do you feel like you need to be in a certain age group? Because I mean, I love that era too. I mean, I listen to music like all the way back.
Yeah,
to,
and that's the
No,
thing.
I think it was just good music.
If you
know what
have
I mean?
if you have a ear for music and you know what sounds good, I don't think it matters the genre either.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I
true.
mean?
Yeah, it was
That
real
it's
music.
just, you
And
hear
that's
that
what I
melody
mean.
and you pick it up and you're like.
Well, it
that's-
also
and-
kind of depends on the era that you were listening to it at, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Because me, I'll get to me, I guess. But
And the
but I
memories
hear
that
what you're
they-
saying.
the memories that
Yeah,
they
they
recall,
lock in.
Right.
They lock in.
that
Yeah,
you tie with these
definitely.
tunes.
Jave, you're the bartender. You're back there. You're young, but what era of music do you enjoy?
Mumble rap.
No. Like early 2000s.
Like what?
Chronic.
Chronic album.
Dun 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 dun.
I mean,
Snoop Dogg, you know.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. Any genre of music in the early 2000s, I liked it.
Now give me an artist,
We're gonna put him on the spot, dog.
because that's the
The pressure's on.
be talking that shit like early 2000s. I don't know.
See, I feel all corny now because I said like
Christina
that era, but
Aguilera.
I
was
feel
thinking only
embarrassed right now.
R&B.
I
Oh
want to
no,
go.
this era of writing, era
Oh,
of
good-
writing.
era of good writing.
Yeah.
My all-time favorite.
Yeah.
Is like Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what was that, like late 80s,
70s.
70s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Temptations.
No, Temptations were
60s.
Jave.
I don't know. Like, I listen to early 2000s R&B a lot. Like Usher. I'll listen to Usher
you go.
and Bow Wow. And
You say Bow Wow?
You
Yeah,
say
Bow
Bow Wow and R&B?
Yeah, we're gonna move around. We're gonna move
Yeah.
on. We're moving
Next.
on. Next. Jesus Christ. I love you, buddy.
What about Cole? I'm
Koa?
interested what Cole
Yeah, Koa.
says.
Call
What say you?
Forgot your question already.
Hookie loud, hookie.
Damn.
I don't
That's
mind some-
prejudice.
I don't mind some
Knock it
outside
off.
music.
I'm sorry.
Not
sorry.
racist. It's prejudice. All right. Cool.
What?
We're waiting.
Favorite
era-
generation
the-
of writing.
Generation of writing.
Like just music in general. You know what I mean? Like what generation?
I'm a '90s R&B. I love like Boys to Men. Like he said, one of my first CDs was Boys to Men, Immature, Soul for Real.
Oh damn.
And
So for real.
The Puppies. The Puppies was more like rap. Soul for Real, yeah.
Yeah.
But writing, I mean, even like Eminem. To me, Eminem's a great writer.
I mean,
Yeah.
like the
We talk about
because there's like
writing.
generations of like writing, right? So there's like this political one, and there's like this R&B, lovey-dovey, and then they go into your doo-wops.
I'm into the riddles. Doesn't really matter the subject. Love, whatever. Like me and Tim was actually talking about it the other
You mean
day.
the,
like, you're not trying to just go straight at it.
not
You're
the
talking. You're
how
giving
clever you
something
can be
without
with it.
giving it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
Almost
can't
like
figure it
the-
out, then you're not with me. You know.
Then that way it can mean something for different people.
the
Yeah,
under
exactly.
writing of it. You know what I mean? Like
Everybody
I
will
get it.
take it in a different way, but I like the riddles, like the Riddler. You know.
Yeah. No, I get that. That's cool. And I'm a big lyric guy. That's at least to me. You know what I mean? Like I love writing lyrics that mean something, and I listen to them.
That's what I like too. Like when I listen to music when I'm younger, and then now like that I'm older, I understand like a lot of things like that people talk about in music now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You can relate to it.
In a way.
Yeah. Noel.
Me,
Yeah, you're right.
90s R&B for sure. Early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. I like.
If you say Keith Sweat, I'm gonna slap you across
it,
your
it,
goddamn
has to,
face.
it has to be Keith Sweat and Babyface. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Babyface, man, put it down.
Babyface,
I
hey,
love
Babyface
Keith
is
Sweat.
shit.
Don't
I'll give you
trip.
credit on that, but
Come on.
I've seen Babyface live. He had one of the hardest bands I ever seen.
Dude,
Yeah,
Babyface-
that's what money pays
Brian-
for.
Brian
guys.
McKnight.
Money pays
Yeah,
for that
Brian
shit.
McKnight,
Oof.
Babyface. I like Jodeci too, man. I used to put it down with those guys. So you're having my baby? No, girl, you're the wrong guy.
It was crazy. I went to a Brian McKnight concert.
Jodeci, yeah.
And,
Jodeci
um, I was like
Yep.
19, 18. But as a young dude, you know, like going to a Brian McKnight, I was like, man, I love Brian McKnight. Mom was like, you sure you want to go? I was like, yeah, because he's bringing his lady at the time. I was like, all right. He brought me, and we're sitting there, and dude, he had this like white sheet up, and he goes behind the sheet and starts undressing on stage, son, and he's still singing. And I was sitting there like, this is getting really awkward. And then like all the girls are getting all hot, and I'm like, oh man, I can't watch this shit. Like it makes starting to make me feel gay, but I was like like I would like bring my eyes and I wanted to see too. Like is he really gonna do it? Oh, he's really doing that. Like and I was like,
Curiosity killed the
Yeah.
cat, Doug.
but he came out in he came out in a tuxedo. He came out in a
yeah.
tuxedo. He came out and he started playing his songs. You know what I mean? Like one last cry, one last cry. I was like, yeah, I'm about to cry right now. I fucking just watch you get naked.
Dirty. about to get pink eye.
What about you, Tim?
I like Marvin Gaye, and then I like Teddy Pendergrass.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
I like that.
Teddy's bad. Man.
Turn off the lights, light a candle.
Mm.
You know that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. But then I like Jodeci too. I like kind of R&B. Kind of went away after Jodeci and
Yeah, that era
R.
of
Kelly kind of killed it.
Boys to Men.
He kind of got
Started-
all
because
weird
he
with
started
it.
peeing
Yeah.
on people.
He just got weird with it, you know, and it didn't make.
Yeah,
He got too what is that? Quote unquote creative.
yeah.
Like Kanye gets out quote unquote creative.
Kind of like
You
Keith
know,
Sweat with
it's
his
weird that
crying.
you say that because now I'm thinking like you know what? Yeah, he got that motel room, the beep beep, doing the dee dee. I was like, yeah, that's tight. And then you wonder about it, and like, I'm like, yeah, it's actually when the R&B kind of started dying.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
It did.
It did. It
died.
died.
Blame it,
It
Craig
died.
David.
Slow.
I blame Craig David for all of that.
Oh,
That's about the time.
the,
I
like the 1-7 song. And,
that Monday.
Yeah.
What
On
about, like,
Tuesday.
Monte or
Montel Jordan.
No,
Yeah.
I like Montel.
yeah, I like Montel. Yeah,
I like
well,
Montel.
He was like the last kind of bit of good that kind of came out of that poppy R&B.
yeah.
Because that got real poppy. They're like, oh, we could sell sneakers. You know what I mean? So, sneakers and
those-
haircuts.
it was like this genre of music that changed.
Can
It
we
was
talk
weird
about? Can we talk about how the genre of music has changed as far as the whole reggae scene?
Oh man,
and all that
we'll
crap?
get right there.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get right
Before
there.
I get too drunk,
Because the
Even
thing
rap.
is, because the genre
rap's
of,
a whole nother show.
you know what I mean?
It's
Like,
gay
but
now.
it's
so
not
whack
it's
now.
not even it's not even like a genre. Just one changed. The genre of music in general changed.
Yeah.
No, it did.
Country pop,
Country's not country no more.
Yeah.
R&B pop.
R&B.
Like
it-
when
it's
someone
not
tells
pop,
me, "Oh,
it's
Chris Brown's R&B," I was like, "That motherfucker ain't R&B.
No, yeah.
That's pop.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. Boys and Men is R&B.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
There's no more
that's
singing. It's like
Yeah.
the singers went away.
like when you used to
That's why I started messing with this dude because I was like, oh, this dude, that's vintage.
So
singing.
tell me
Vintage.
before we go into the genre of reggae.
Thank you.
Tell me that you guys have a R&B song coming out.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yes.
Yes.
We do.
Okay, sing it.
Yes.
It's called Penny Dropper.
I have it if you want to hear it, but it'll cost you your life. No, I can pull it up.
Only
You got
my
a chord.
soul.
You got a chord? See, we could play it.
No, it's cool. I mean, I wish we did, but
Let's
our
know.
our
Let's
AV
know.
guy's not here, so we can't.
How
We
come?
can't put-
How come this always happens to us?
I don't know, man.
Like every time we do an interview,
Let's
somebody
say,
don't show up.
the world might not like you, Tim. The world might not like you, Tim.
World
I'm
might not
saying.
like you, but we love you here.
But okay, so let's jump on that reggae, and this is very, I would say, political.
No, it's not no more.
Controversial.
It's not
Controversial.
political no more.
It's
It's not.
No, it's not.
It's
It's
not even
controversial.
controversial no more. It's just poppy.
But to you, it's not because
It's-
you know
there's
you know
no-
where
there's
you
no-
know where you sit.
Well, you know what? When I decided to stop cutting my hair and dealing with vanity, it's because of reggae. You know, I connected with the music on a level because one, I'm a brown dude, and I've experienced all that stuff that the reggae albums were talking about. I literally could understand it. It wasn't like something foreign to me. It's like, dang, that happens to me. You know what I'm saying? So for Tim Pacheco, I connected on with that. Plus, I was raised religious, and all the teachings and all the mantra and all the that go with reggae is all Christian based. It's orthodox.
Mhm.
So I mean, it kind of fits. And all of my family that was like, oh, it's the devil. I was like, no, it ain't. It's the Bible.
Yeah.
You know, and for me, it all made sense at the time when I was 18. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I understood, and I kind of overstood the fact about vanity. I seen how vanity can destroy anybody. You know, anything in excess is bad. You know, that's
Yeah.
why I smoke weed, because I like to be bad.
No, I think it makes you a better person.
Yeah, it does.
Because when you don't smoke weed, then that's
no,
when you're mad.
yeah, it makes me a better person to be around.
So what about the reggae scene? Let's say
it's gone. Reggae's
So-
gone, homie. Dead.
where do you think the line is cut?
Well, you got your vintage artists that are still hanging on because they were lucky enough to drop some vinyls in the 70s and the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And anything new is
New, considering what time frame?
like what's big right
I
now?
would
What
say like mid
Dancehall,
90s.
dancehall style.
dance
I
halls?
think that
Even
it's just
dance
a
halls
genre
different.
thing. I think
Yeah.
it's like a genre thing because
What, that it's all mixed up?
yeah, it's
Well,
different genres
yeah.
within.
Well,
But,
okay,
but
so-
there's hold
so
on,
where-
because
who do you
there's, like
cut?
reggae people.
Because Barris Hammond is actually a fairly newer,
Bear
Reg-
Hammond's old school,
But he's
from
been-
the
but he's
60s.
fairly newer on that scene of reggae, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right?
that-
He's like the younger one.
Nobody knows who he is.
He's barely gotten popular with,
Yeah.
with this scene, but he's been around for.
Ever.
Ever.
Forever.
And like Don Carlos, he
But-
got lucky.
yeah.
Like, I must say he got lucky because
But I think the whole thing.
He's
like,
on
dude,
with these
I get
kids.
frustrated.
But is that where your cutoff is? Is Barris Hammond right there, and then when you go to like J Bug, like it's too new. It's too new for
J
reggae.
Boog's
I don't
dope.
even
J
care.
Boog's dope. I think J Boog's dope. You know,
I hate when people make an issue like on Facebook about like you're not Jamaican, so you can't play or make it a black thing. Like
yeah.
like,
But I understand
dude,
why
it's like music transcends all that culture.
Right.
it's true.
Yeah.
They're like,
see,
well, you
good music
you
is
don't
good music.
you don't naturally talk like that, so how dare you try to?
Well, yeah. Well, think
Oh,
about
I get
this.
that.
If
because
the
of
if
Little
the
Mercy.
if
Yeah.
the popular music was from Thailand, would people be talking with a Thai accent?
I would love to
You know
talk
what
with
I'm
Thai
saying?
accent.
Or,
if
if Bob Marley was from the Philippines, he'd be like, you know, with her,
Yeah.
let him you know. I understand that people want to emulate their art. They want to emulate
Let's
their
get together.
So
their heroes.
Everybody would be faking the Filipino accent.
It's crazy though
Because
to
they
me.
wanna sound like Bob Marley.
It's more uncomfortable for me to see somebody from like Chula Vista talking with a Jamaican accent, faking accent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes me feel uncomfortable, you know, because I know his mom and dad would be like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah.
You know?
Don't talk
Be
to me
true
like
to
that.
yourself.
Yeah.
You want to be a good singer and you want to play reggae. That's fine.
But I mean,
But-
you kind of have that. You have that.
You know,
It's a
I
styling. It's a styling.
I got to do something with Fiji before,
Uh-huh.
and his advice to me was like use the tone. Don't use their slang. Like use the way you grew up and talk.
Right.
Don't try to do the like.
Don't try to talk like a yardie.
Yeah, don't use the Jamaican slang. Don't use the Jamaican slang. Use that tone, but use like the way you talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. I get it.
So I'll do. So I do that. It still sounds like the Jamaican patois sound,
Yeah.
but I'm speaking regular English. I'm not using the patois language.
Yeah.
So and that was advice from Fiji. He told me
That's dope.
Don't copy don't copy the Jamaican thing. Do your thing.
And
in
just
your
use-
tone.
In your tone.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, because you was born and raised in the Southeast.
Right.
all day.
But I'll cover Shaggy and cover.
Yeah,
Junior
and that's
Gong
fine. If it's a
and,
cover.
and then try to
Well,
cover.
that's
it
because
like
Kiki
them,
has a
you know
good
what I mean?
voice,
Yeah.
and Kiki can sing. You know,
Yeah.
I don't. It's hard for me to sing with guys, you know, people. But Kiki sings good. I sing good with Kiki. Kiki can sing. I sing good. All three of us are just discovering
'cause, I
our
mean,
harmonies.
you're like-
We're brand new. We
Cole,
gotta still
you're
gotta
like
learn each
you're like
other.
an alto, right? When you sing, you're a little higher.
I don't know that kind of stuff, really.
He's a tenor.
Oh, is he?
I'm 10 or more.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
None of us have falsetto.
I'm about a 10 or more.
But dude, he
He has the better falsetto. I think he has the best.
Yeah, because
falsetto.
I'm saying he falsetto. I've heard him falsetto.
He has good, but that's not like falsetto's falsetto. That's its
Right.
own thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got it. Or
His
you
range
don't.
is your range is really big.
Thank you.
Yeah. I said range, son, not your
When
pants.
I first heard
That's
him
what I
going,
call
dude,
it.
I was showing people like, check this dude out, and it was the Earth, Wind, and
No,
Fire.
dude, the thing we so when Cole first came out here, I was introduced by him by our buddy Jonah, and I was
Uncle
like,
Jonah.
yeah.
That's actually the first time I met Tim was through Jonah. Too.
Oh, really? Yeah. So I
Jonah
met
was
through,
really good to me.
and I was like,
Same.
hey man,
No,
cool,
no,
cool,
we in
cool.
Temecula now.
And then he wanted to play shows, and then I got him to do my son's birthday, and I was like, hey man, I just don't have one request. I mean, I'm like, my son loves Ed Sheeran, so he ended up playing that song for him. And when my son was like, he's like running around like his birthday party, and he started playing that song, my son stopped, literally stopped, and he just looked back like, who's singing that? And he was sitting there, and I got a picture of it, like him just staring at you as you're singing it, and I was like, yeah, that's tight. You know what I mean? But I appreciated him, and that's when I know, like, man, this dude's tight. Like, Cole is tight, really tight. As far as like his vocal, and even his solo shows. Your solo shows are really great.
They are.
Good.
You know what I mean?
It's a lot of fun. Yes.
Yeah. And everybody that I always tell them, like, go watch Cole play, man. He's really fun. They text me back like, he goes, man, this guy's good. Can you hire him? I was like, yeah, he's like $1,000 though. And they're like, shut the
So
fuck
I can
up.
make 3.
Yeah, I'm saying he's expensive. Yeah, but so we got back on the reggae thing. So the reggae scene, how do you feel? I guess we could round table this one more time. How do you feel about the reggae scene now, as far as Iration, Revolution, Common Kings? I guess is in there that the genre. Who else is there? Egyptians, Egyptians in that kind of like the same time frame. We'll start with Keek.
It's its own thing. It's like that's its own thing. It's like
But do you consider it in the reggae genre or pop reggae?
SoCal pop reggae. I would call it SoCal pop reggae, and that's their thing. That's what they do, and I leave it at that.
Political.
Little
That's their thing, but that's their thing.
Let 'em mercy.
And it works for them, and there's a place for it, and people like it. And
Yeah.
How can you get mad if people like it?
yeah. They
Well,
can't.
I think I don't even know if they like it. That's what they're getting,
That's what they get.
and that's what the people who are putting on the shows are giving them.
Right.
There's better stuff. There's better artists.
Oh,
There is
yeah.
hands down better artists that aren't getting
right. Radio play.
the support
recognition.
or the money or somebody being like, oh, okay, I'm gonna put my money behind this guy, and everybody else who's better.
Like
We're
Tim,
gonna
you look.
keep
You
them
look. Tim,
away.
you
know
and
what I mean?
Koa and Kiki look like shit. We're gonna go with these guys.
It's true. It could
Yeah.
happen
Just
all
like
day.
that.
But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like we write, produce,
And make your own
and
music.
we make our own music in house. We
In-house,
do
yes.
everything. Nobody
Yes.
tells us shit. That's why our music sounds
and,
like
and
our
honestly,
music.
that
And we're not trying to sound like
to me,
everybody else.
I always respect that.
I don't ever look at that other stuff as a template to how I want to make my stuff sound.
Right.
You know, it's like I know it needs drums, it needs bass, it needs keys, and it needs guitar, because that's what you need
And
for a cake.
the cowbells.
That's what you need for a cake. You know what I mean? You need to.
You know
You
what
need.
is cool too
You
is
got to
that
have those ingredients.
because that we have the freedom. There's not somebody saying like,
Yeah.
we need you to sound a little more like this.
Right.
Or,
And they don't know. They just want to make sure they get their money back.
Yeah. What about you, Mark?
We're broke,
What
bro.
do you feel?
We
What do you
got
feel
no money.
about
We have nothing to lose.
where the reggae scene is?
Nothing.
Love it, hate it. I can deal with it.
I'm more of the old style, like you saying, the ones that were fortunate enough to drop an album back in the 70s,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I like that. You know, I even like the old ska, like the
Big
original
time.
ska music
Yeah.
that came out. But yeah,
Jamaican jazz.
nothing's really sounding like that anymore. We know that hard bass line, that hard reggae skank.
And the message, yeah.
Yeah, and the message, especially the message.
Yeah.
You know, especially the message. And I like the island reggae. I like the sound. I like that and everything. But it's more of the songs, or most of the songs are more about love and, you know, their companion and stuff like that, rather than those controversial, cutting edge
Right.
topics that were coming out. And what reggae music was based off of. You know, if you listen to the message that Bob Marley had in his music, it was all political. It was the political stuff.
Right.
You know, what was going on around them in their world, and
Right.
the world around us.
for everyone.
Yeah, and that's why he is so big and he is such an influence today,
Right.
because of that message. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
it
still
can open
struggling
Up,
for
yeah,
it.
Javen-
there's a lot of music that can open up your eyes.
So, the bartender, when you think of now that you're younger, obviously, and you're growing, kind of growing in the genre of the reggae now. I mean, do you listen to the old reggae? Like, how come our music isn't like that? Like, do you want it like that? Do you want to hear those Bob Marley's or Don Carlos songs, or do you just like, yeah, I'm good with Iration and I could play those kind of,
I mean, I could totally like.
or appreciate both?
I could listen to both. I know the distinction between them. Like, I could listen to Cali reggae versus any other style reggae, and then island reggae. And
Mm-hmm.
I can listen to all of them.
Why do they call it Cali reggae?
I was just gonna say that it's almost like the Cali Roots Festival defined that genre.
You know,
Yeah.
it's
And
that
who
whole
they have
sublime
on that.
subculture.
Stick
It's
figure.
like they,
When you say Sublime subculture, meaning the band Sublime.
yeah. Well, they kind of took. You know, he was a punk rock dude who took Wailing Soul songs and made him punk rock his own. And at the time, none of them kids ever listened to any black music, because why would they?
Mm-hmm.
How can they? Why would they listen to black music?
Right.
Especially Caribbean black music.
Right.
You know, they're being oppressed by the Queen, by England,
Right.
which is, you know, colonial. They've been doing that for the world. You know, in America, we're in a bubble. We're the land of the free. You know, we're in a bubble. We don't realize that there's actual oppression and crazy shit that goes around the world.
Yeah, real
'Cause
oppression.
We're you know,
real like
we're
real
protected
problems.
by our government. They
Yeah.
tell us that we're the best and we're the freest and we're the greatest, and we believe it.
Everything's fine.
Everything's great and dandy, you know. But
That don't look at that.
you know, I knew from when I was a little kid. I
When
knew
you hear
things
like
were not-
fucking
were not
Celine
right.
Dion's voice over like that commercial.
Celine Dion.
If you
Oh,
donate now,
the pets.
yeah, you donate
Sarah
now,
McLachlan.
$3.
One time on Facebook, I got in so much trouble because
You got in trouble on
I got
Facebook.
trouble. Yeah, because people was like, "Love your dog day," and I put a picture of like China. They eat dog, like no big deal, right? And it was like food since beginning of time, and it's like, oh my god, like people hated me. I'm an awful person. But you know what? In America, we put them in strollers. You know, and we put clothes on them, and we buy them backpacks and car seats. And
In other parts
China,
of the world, it's food.
there's street food.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
trip.
Yo.
Eat it. Don't trip. It's me.
I ain't trying to make anybody mad that watches our show.
That's
that
okay.
love dogs.
It is what it is, man.
I'm
You
just
know,
saying. That's Tim's opinion.
I'm controversial all the way around. No, you know what? I don't. Being ever since I started playing music in San Diego, there's always been about a genre. And
Yeah.
I was never
But
reggae enough to be a reggae in the reggae crowd.
But do you
I
feel
was
like
never Latin enough to be in the B-side crowd. I was never rock enough to be, because my stuff is schizophrenic, you know, and I've always been. It's probably why I've never, quote unquote, made it. But man, I've been doing it for 30 years, so I think I made it.
Oh no, dude, Tim,
You know what I mean?
you're
I get to
amazing,
do
bro.
what I want
Yeah.
with the people I love.
Yeah, no, you're amazing, bro. Like
And
I
that's-
can tell you right now,
that's-
like
it's-
as a
it's
younger guy
fun.
watching you play and seeing you play, I was always like, damn, Tim's tight.
It's all I'm good at, fool.
Yeah.
That's it.
But you caught so new gen,
The reggae stuff.
yeah.
Just trying to just put out, like you said, City Side and the project. I don't even
But
pay
do
attention.
you
I hardly listen to anything really.
you what?
Yeah, I hardly listen to music.
He
I'm
only
stuck in
listens to
that.
his
I'm
own.
stuck in
Really?
that '90s R&B, Jagged Edge, Boys to Men. like you
Oh
said, that.
really? You just like have that on loop?
I listen to that. Yeah, listen to a lot of that and whatever we're working on.
Someone's over there like you heard the new Cardi B song,
When I think of
And
reggae,
you're like,
I think
I've
of like
never
what
heard
I-
a Cardi B song.
I
don't
think
know
of
what that
Gregory
is.
Isaac.
dude.
That's what I think.
Oh
of
yeah,
when I
Gregory
think of
Isaac's sick.
This, I love me some Gregory Isaac. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, Bob Marley, but my first go to would be like Gregory.
Yeah, Gregory embarrassed for me. Those two,
Yeah.
yeah. It's that R&B reggae, man. I really dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. That's why, like
Similar.
the island vibe, the island reggae scene.
Mhm.
It has a lot of that to it.
That
R&B,
mixture.
R&B back.
Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Well,
happy
No,
major.
Hawaiian was more like
Well,
cultural, right?
Yeah.
What about you,
that
Noel?
was, like,
You-
the early
what do you-
reggae,
Yeah.
but
What do you
now,
feel
like,
about the new reggae versus the
I
old
don't,
reggae?
I don't. I'll listen to it. I don't care for it. My top reggae band, like back in the day, was like Michigan and Smiley. They were. They talked more about like the system that we live in. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And how everything works, man. And they said it out loud. You know what I mean? And they made it known. You know, just like how Bob Marley did. You know, but yeah, it's Michigan and Smiley for me, man. Those
That
guys.
era. So the old school, the old school.
real
That's
old
all,
school.
yeah.
And Tim, I'm assuming you're like,
I don't.
you're
I don't
new
listen,
school
I don't listen to reggae at all.
at all.
At all. I don't. If I do, I like Aswad. I like Misty and Roots. I like the old stuff that like talking about. You know,
Do you listen to any country music? Old
I
school
do.
country? Yeah,
I listen
like
to
George Strait, kind of like.
Yep. George,
on
Willie,
the road.
Merle.
That's when we're on the road. We're listening
Yeah.
to country music. On
I
Oh,
the
listen
road.
to a lot of country.
Yeah,
I like good songwriting. I like chord progressions.
me too.
Some Willie Nelson.
That's how I am.
Why I like country, because they always have clever chord progressions, and there's usually a C part even.
Yeah.
You know? In reggae nowadays, it's like
Part A all the way through.
you got two chords, bro. You got a tune, and like nobody even tries to. It's like it's almost to me. It's almost like they're not even trying, bro.
Like they don't progress it.
They don't even try.
Yeah.
They know their little formula.
Yep.
And that they got their little rock guitar.
Yep.
And with the bad tone.
Let me
and
tell you this.
The
Let me tell you-
drummer's playing the wrong shit.
So there's a band. They're huge.
The bass player's playing
they're,
a
They're
lot
actually
of
really
notes.
huge here in San Diego or
Who that?
in America. I don't want to say their names,
Say it.
but the guitar player told me he goes, bro, I don't even solo. I was like, you don't at all? He goes, no. I play the same thing over and over because it's so simple. The people just want to hear simple.
Yep.
But that's where we've gotten to. You know what I mean? Like,
corny self.
so he's like, he goes, so I'll just play like doom 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 doom, and that's the listeners hear.
Yeah.
And that's what they want to hear. And I was like,
Well,
really?
that- well, you
What
know,
happened to
you-
those fucking like Def Leppard like solos?
Nope. No more, dude. Because people are like, I watched it happen. Like I'm 46. I watched the dumbing down of my country. I watched it happen.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, it was like survival of the fittest. you wanted to play on the playground. If you were a little sissy, you were a sissy until you graduated high school and left and got married. You were the sissy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kids nowadays are just born sissy, it seems, and they don't have any social skills.
No.
They don't even know how to run.
Don't call me a sissy, dude.
Serious? No, you're half naked. I can call you a sissy.
Hey, but can you do that? Can you do that with your chest?
No, I can't. I don't want to see.
All right, before we get out of here, because we're
We
running out
gotta
of time.
get out of here.
Yeah, maybe almost time. Let me see. Yeah, we out of here.
4
Before we get out of here, tell me what, because you guys haven't played a live show yet.
Yeah, we played
Yeah.
a bunch.
You did?
Yeah,
The project?
and we're playing at the
few.
Belly Up.
As the project?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we're playing at the
How come
Belly
you
Up
guys don't- how come you guys don't post it on
because
Facebook?
we're getting ready, bro, for the Belly Up on the 22nd of September.
Ooh,
The day before PIFA?
The day before.
Or the day of PIFA?
Yeah, so everybody's gonna be tired, so we'll probably have no
What's the
Islanders.
After party.
After
FIFA,
party,
No
FIFA.
way. All right,
Project.
we're gonna
up with the project.
the legitimate the after party for PIFA is gonna be a belly up with the project on September 22nd. For real?
Yeah, for real. We're
Oh
opening
my
up
God,
for
is it
Common
Saturday?
Sense, and it's actually a sidecar featuring the project
Is that-
because I want to feature.
You're
this
playing
band.
twice?
Nah, that's our political in. That's how we got in, homie. We're a brand new band. We have no clout, but we're in the Belly Up on the 22nd of September.
All right, 22nd of September. We got sidecar, and also we got the project.
Well, let's call it like this: sidecar featuring the project.
It's
All right.
city sidecar.
What
It's
time?
city
What time?
sidecar.
What time? What time's
Hey, we're
the show
taking
start?
a
Go on.
side cart in the city.
What time we're going?
We'll probably go on like 9 o'clock.
Like-
So be there at 8:30.
Okay,
Get your drinks and hog
9
the
o'clock
front.
up there, and that's the day of PIFA. That's a PIFA after party right there.
It's gonna be a great show. You know why? Because I believe that the people that I'm playing with, I really believe this, are gonna step up on a level that I haven't even seen yet. So if you guys come to see that show, you're gonna see the beginning, like the birth of the project.
And then you also have you guys have another song coming out before then.
Oh yeah, we got
Yeah.
a bunch.
You're gonna release one more, another video or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just
Okay,
gonna
so we're
keep
gonna have another
flooding.
video coming up. You also have the sweetest. It's currently out. It's out there on YouTube. They have a video. It was done by Evil Minded Music.
Yeah, you link
Yeah.
that up. Yeah.
Yeah. So Evil Minded
Thank
Music
you.
was out there,
That's your boy, too,
and big
man.
shout out to
Shout
Major
out,
Damage.
Evil-minded, yeah.
Yeah, Major Damage, and great job on that video, man. I want to say thank you guys for coming out. And we have to have you back on maybe like October-ish.
Yeah,
Maybe
just-
November?
just
I
let
might
us
be
know.
doing my hair, so we'll see.
All right. But anything else coming up? I mean, we have a lot of things coming up.
We did have a lot.
All right, we want to thank Megan for coming out today, the bartender, Uncle No.
No love for the Meg.
Also, we want to thank the project, and we want to thank you guys for joining us today.
Hey, I want to thank you, bro.
Yeah,
for,
man.
for taking
Of
time
course,
with
man.
us. And
Thank you guys.
No,
I want to thank my guys for being patient for having to wait.
yeah, well, yeah.
You know, it's like
You know.
the
That was long, bro. That was
An
long.
hour and a half.
Hey, that was long,
First
son.
Get it
first time I
together.
heard the
legit.
sweetness aired was on the ParBar cast. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we released that
shout
when you
out
guys.
for that.
I asked Cole. I was like, "Hey, can we play that on?" And he's like, "Yeah, go for it." And so yeah, man. But I appreciate you guys, man. Tim, I
It's an
really
honor.
appreciate you
It's
coming
an
on. Cole,
Thank you.
I'll see you at the gym, you piece of shit. And, Kiki.
Hater.
You
All right.
Yeah,
With that being
hater
said,
ain't
we got done. All right, escalators.
Shoots.